A QR code is a machine-readable code consisting of an array of tiny black and white squares, typically used for storing URLs or website addresses or other information for reading by the camera on a smartphone or maybe an iPad. I guarantee you have already seen them. You just may not have known what you were looking at when you were looking at it. So hey sis, welcome to the Entrusted Women Podcast, a one-point podcast created to equip Christian women communicators of color. Now, every episode focuses on a single point to equip you in one of four areas: purpose, writing, speaking, and business. Along the way, I'm going to share stories, lessons, tips, mistakes, unfortunately, and real-time experiences that I am learning on my journey as a Christian woman communicator of color. Now, let's dive into episode 33. Today's point is QR codes are a game changer in writing, speaking, and in business. Now, just before I stopped teaching, the field of education truly began to change. We started going digital, really digital. One of the strategies that educators started to employ was using QR codes in instruction. Students could take their devices and scan the QR code and instantly be transported to a website needed for classroom instruction. It was a way to keep the audience engaged, and I taught elementary school, so I really needed to do that, and interested. If I simply instructed the students to type the web address, it would not be as exciting and attention-getting as scanning the QR code. This is true for our writing and speaking adult audiences as well. So I'm going to share with you 5 ways that you can begin incorporating QR codes today. You may be saying, well, great, but what exactly is a QR code? I got you. A QR code is a machine-readable code consisting of an array of tiny black and white squares, typically used for storing URLs or website addresses or other information for reading by the camera on a smartphone or maybe an iPad. I guarantee you have already seen them. You just may not have known what you were looking at when you were looking at it. So let's talk about 5 ways that QR codes can benefit you. Number 1 is to grow your email list. Yes, girl. If you haven't figured it out, this is kind of important. If you are doing a presentation, you can put a QR code directly on your pitch deck or on your slide presentation. Wherever people are in the audience, they can simply raise their smartphone or their tablet or whatever they have and click on the URL that is housed in your QR code. Give you their name and email address in exchange for the freebie that you are offering from the stage. Be sure and check out the episode that I already did with 5 reasons no one wants your lead magnet for some lead magnet ideas. Number 2, you can give your audience additional resources or a copy of your slides. Now, let me be clear, I generally don't give away my slides, but you can do that if you want to. People are always asking for a copy of the slides after the presentation, so why not give the people what they want? Or you could give them notes of your presentation if you don't feel comfortable giving them the actual slides, or some but not all of the information. This can be made available via the QR code. You can use this as another lead magnet, or if you are feeling generous, God bless you, honey, you could simply give them the information in a Google Doc. Number 3. If you are an author, you can give away a free chapter of your book. Yes, give them a little taste. Instead of trying to get them to just buy your book outright, why not give them a chance to sample the content and see if they like your writing style, they like what you're talking about, via a free chapter. If you are using this as a lead magnet, you can create an automated sequence that will ultimately give them an opportunity to purchase the book. Eventually, it'll be an email that they'll be sent. Number 4, you can use a QR code as a business card. Listen, I have collected so many business cards at writing conferences through the years. This is why when people ask me if I have a business card, I say no, I do not have one because I don't like business cards. Read my lips. I do, however, have a digital card. I'm currently using Blink, but there are several on the market that you can try out for yourself and see which one you like. This gives me an opportunity to share my card with anyone, and they can save my name and my number, web address, and headshot, whatever you choose to have on your card, directly in their contacts. The reality is very few people follow up with their contacts after a conference using the business card. And thus, we may be left with a shopping bag full of business cards from people that we really don't remember, but we kind of feel guilty about throwing their card away. I'm just being personal right now. The next time you are headed to a conference, consider using a QR code business card for yourself. Number 5, you can use a QR code to send people to marketing and promotional material. Let's say that you're at an event, you kill it in your presentation or your keynote, and the event host is interested in having you come and speak to their group. You could give them a QR code that is directly linked to your speaker one sheet or your speaker page on your website. Let's say you run out of books and people want to know where they can get a copy of your book. You can have a QR code to the book page on your website. You may even want to collect a few testimonials. You could have a QR code that takes your audience to a form for collecting testimonials from your presentation or your keynote. And guess what, girlfriend? I'm giving you a bonus way to use QR codes. Yes, girl. What if you want readers to support a cause related to your book, like I did with mine? You can place a QR code inside your book to direct your readers to the fundraising page on your website. Friends, honestly, the possibilities are endless. We just got to be creative, and we have to get out of our non-technology comfort zones and start creating some QR codes, girl. Go on and get out there to implement in our writing and speaking businesses. Sis, the tips I just shared with you are just examples of the types of content that we talk about in Entrusted Women University. Woo, woo, woo. If you are looking for ways to grow as a writer and a speaker, join us. Literally, join us. You can learn more by visiting membership.entrustedwomen.com, and you can see that link in the description section of this video. And additionally, I want to invite you to join our Facebook group. It's free, girl, free. All you need to do is click the link in the description section below. Join our community of entrusted women that are focused on determining the messages that we have been entrusted with and the intentional purposes that God created us for. I love that. Join me next week as we talk about 7 ways to build authentic community. Honey, you do not want to miss this.